Hello and welcome to January 2025 Coffee and Card. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk and we are in the second week and we're using Cake Celebrations bundle, and I've used the Full of Life Designer Series paper again on this one, and there are 15 different colours in this paper and it is still available. It's in the main catalogue so you can have a look and see what the colours are, but the ones I've used today are Shy Shamrock, Pretty in Pink and Daffodil Delight, and I've also used Smoky Slate for the cake stand, but any neutral will do for the cake stand, and just have a look and see what you've got out of the 15 different colours in this paper to do your cake with. Right, so I'm going to start with the stamping because there's quite a lot. So in your kit, as ever, the measurements are down below. So in your kit, you have got a piece of white card, which is 10.5 by 14.85. I haven't embossed it. You can choose one of your embossing folders. Then once you've embossed it, you need to cut it down to 14.4 by 10. Okay, which I still need to do for that. You've got a circle of vellum that I cut out using the Spotlight in Nature dies, and then I've got a little label that I've cut using Enduring Beauty dies. You've got a piece for all your stamping. You will have a triangle of the Designer Series paper, so as you can see it's the other half of this one. I'll show you how I did that. And then I've got a card base of thick basic white, which is 14.85, and then scored by 21, scored at 10.5 to make your card base, and an envelope. Right, so I'm going to start with my stamping. So there's two ways you can do the cake in this. You can either die cut a cake, or you can stamp and then hand cut, because the dies don't actually match these stamps, but they are just rectangles, so they're really easy to cut out. And the dies I'm going to be using are these. So we've got our cake stand, 3 flowers and 2 lots of leaves. Okay, let's get started. So I'll pop these out of the way for now. I do need my label for my stamping, and I shall put my envelope there. Right, okay, so you need to fit quite a lot on here. So I'm going to start with my cakes, and I did these in Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to stick with that for this one. And each of the cakes is double stamped. Okay, so I'm going to start with the base there, and then there's an awful lot of stamping in this card, which, let's face it, is what we love. So, and then I'm going to stamp on the detail. You'll be able to get your head above. Oh, there we go, that's fine. So you can line it up probably better than I can. And then I'll do the little one. Just there. And then the detail with the second stamp. Yeah. And then I can fit the rest of the stamping on the rest of the piece. So we go for the cake stand next, because that's the next biggest piece. Okay, so love the detail on this. It gives a really good 3D. Wasn't sure I had ink on the bottom there. Okay, so there we go. Oops, that was my tablet. Probably not the best idea, balancing it next to my desk. Excuse me a moment. Right, okay, and now I'm going to do the leaves. So I've just popped them both on the same block because they're quite small stamps, and I've put the flowers on one block as well, so they're easier to stamp. Okay, so 2 leaves. The other thing I forgot to mention, I have put in some iridescent pearls for you. The Iridescent Pearl Basic Jewel. They are very small, so don't lose them. So, and then my flowers. No, I'm going to do my Celebrate, seeing as I've got the green out, or the Shy Shamrock, should we say. Just going to pop that there and stamp that on there. There's lots of different sentiments in the set. That's just one that does fit nicely on that banner, or that label, are we calling it? There, and then the pretty in pink for the 3 flowers. There we go. Okay. So the flowers and leaves are a little bit fiddly and time consuming to die cut, so I've actually already cut those out along with the cake stand. I'll just show you how easy it is to cut out these cakes. So I've got my big scissors. Okay, put those to one side. And so I'm just always put, if you are right-handed, your image should be on your left, so that you can see where you're cutting. And I'm leaving a little white border, you don't need to. You could cut straight up to the stamping if you wanted. I know the crafting community is divided on the white border. There we go. And again, because you're using, if you use the long scissors, then you can sort of cut in one go, so you get a straighter line. Okay. You can use smaller snips as well, but for this sort of cutting I do like to use my larger scissors. These came from Amazon as ever. I don't know, Unigo or Ovingo. Oh, I have no idea what that says. Titanium non-stick scissors. So just useful to have. There we go. Okay, so I have 2 cakes chopped up. Okay. And then I have my other die cut pieces I've snuck away in the envelopes. I'll just get those out now. Okay, so you can always pause the video and go and do your die cutting now if you want. I am missing the flower. It is stuck in that corner. There we go. Right, so I actually used sellotape to stick my cake together. So, in fact, I'm going to get my silicone mat out. Find a thing, because they're less slippy then. And you can actually stick all 3 together. Need of a wash. To be honest, it tends to just peel off, does the glue. Right, so got those the right way up, or the way I want them. I'm just going to put them together roughly in the middle, and then pop my cake stand on as well. Do you know, I'm not going to, I'm actually, because, just bear with me, I'm just going to do it like this for now, these 2. So, and then just get a couple of pieces of tear and tape, just little pieces. And one there, just one there, and that will just hold them together. I'm just thinking with this one I might do like I did with the Stamp Around UK and actually put the cake, so we're going to do it overlapping. I think I might just put it slightly overlapping the cake stand there. So if I just, that's going to be hard to do from the back. I'm just going to put a little tiny weeny bit of glue on the edge. Designing on the hoof as ever. So just a tiny bead of glue on the edge there. And then I'm going to get these 2 pieces and stick it on in the middle. so I've got my cake, and now I'm going to add my flowers. So I'm going to put the leaves first. So all of this is on dimensionals, so this is why I'm building this, and then I'll add the dimensionals to the finished design. So just a tiny dot of glue on there. I'm just putting that, just coming off the edge there. And the same with this one. This one's just a dot of glue. And if you have a silicone sheet, it does make life a lot easier because it doesn't matter if the glue goes on it. And then I did the big, is that the big flower? It's not, is it? That's that bottom one. So a little bit of glue, and I'll just pop that one just on there. I think it's that way. And then just putting some glue on this one. I don't know if there is a way up with these flowers, so I'm just going to shuffle that so I can see the middle of that, so I can put my gem on it. And then this is the third one. So, oops, it's alive. There we go. Just pop that on there. And then I'm going to add my tiny, weeny little pearls, which I have now lost. There they are. And I think they really bring these flowers to life. I think they look quite flat now, but when you've put the pearl in the middle, they look really cute. So I do think we spend, as crafters, we spend a fair amount of time looking for stuff we just had and chasing gems round on bits of acetate. Go. Thank you. So that one on there. See, it makes such a difference, just that little bit of bling. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. So we're still using up this one. Where's my scissors? There. That's not being cut. So I'm just going to put a couple where they join. It's divested itself of the cover already. And another one there. So probably a longer one along the bottom. Yep. Going to go along there, and I think that's probably enough. Okay, so now I'm going to get my vellum circle, and this is from some of the Christmas paper that unfortunately has been discontinued, but if you've got any left in your stash, or normal vellum will do. You can also get this effect by putting it through an embossing folder, but always die cut then emboss. Because if you emboss first, it will just flatten it. Well, just flatten it when you die cut. Okay, so let's just add this onto our circle. There we go. And then to attach this to the card, I'm going to put glue behind the cake. So, or you could even put more dimensionals and have it doubly lifted if you want. That would require extra postage if you're posting it in the UK. So it's up to you, but I might do that on this one. Right, so let's finish off. So to get this, you cut a piece which is 10 centimetres by 14.85, and then you literally just cut it corner to corner, and that will give you enough to do 2 cards. So, and then I just need to trim this down to 10 by 14.4 so it'll fit on the front of the card. Oh, I appear to have already done it. Let's have a look. No, not quite. So, done the width but not the length. Just check. Yeah, that's perfect. So you use any embossing folder you want. So on this one I've used the eyelet folder, and on that one I've used the new one out of the new catalogue, which is Starstruck. Okay, and it needs just the thick platform and 2 clear plates to cut this, to emboss this one because it's a thinner one. Okay, right. Let's get it all together. Lost me glue. So with it being embossed, I put extra glue on because to get better coverage, because anything that's raised isn't going to stick. So it's a firmer stick if you put more glue on, but don't put too much on. Too much glue and it warps. And the modern sort of craft glues, the Tombow, it's, you know, they're really strong now. You do not need loads. So, little dot right in the corners. And then a nice thin bead all the way around the edges. And obviously this one, the rainbow's the other way up. Strictly scientifically, it's upside down. So, says the ex-optometrist. We used to lots of work with colour and light. Right, okay, and then this one is going to go on here. And as I said, I'm actually going to, if I can find my blooming dimensionals, put this on dimensionals, and the rules are still the same. Stick it behind where the cake is so you can't see them, because the trouble with vellum is if you put glue on vellum you can see it. So is that going to go a bit too long? So chop that off. Sticky scissors. Need an alcohol wipe. There we go. And I shall pop that there. So as I say, either glue behind or dimensionals. Again, that's just behind the cake stand. I think I will treat myself to a whole dimensional there, because this sheet is finished. Let's see what I've got. Yay. Oh, I had a dimensional stuck to a box of glue dots for some bizarre reason. Right, there we go. Just take that off as well. And then that's just going to go. Sort of put it over to the left slightly. Just so you could see more of the colour here, to be honest. Okay, so there we go. And then some more dimensionals for this. New one. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3 dimensionals. Oh, the cat's meowing. She's been poorly over Christmas, but she's fine now. Right, there we go, and that's that card finished. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching me to the end. Please do a thumbs up. And oh, I didn't say the measurements are down below if you didn't catch them during the video. So take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.